What we talking about, bass? Talking about chips, talking about rings. You ain't got them, zip your lip. You got a problem you haven't found, check your grounds. The show about to start. Tune in, 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 tune in. This week in car audio. Yeah. Tune in. This week in car audio.
Welcome to This Week in Car Audio with your host, the Judge, Doug Stockton, along with Jeffrey Fernandez, El Guapo.
Hey.
What's going on, El Guapo?
Nothing much. Just here on another Monday. How you doing, Doug?
Sharing off to the groups right now. Trying to get all that done real quick. So you have a show coming up this weekend. Anything exciting happened last week?
This past weekend, we had a show at Crossfire Car Audio.
Yep.
It was a triple point event. It was upgraded by Brobox. We had
Again.
We had those guys on the show last Monday, and it was just a fun show, and they're actually like that in real life. So we had a fun time at the Crossfire show. It was a triple point event, so I don't think we had any world records.
Well, you can't have world records until after like May or something.
For the next year, for 2023, I was told.
Right.
But you can still have it for 2022.
Okay.
Because some of the I guess there haven't been world finals yet in some parts of the world.
Okay.
Is what I was told. So but I mean, world records or not, it was still a fun show. We started it early, like at noon, and we still went well into the evening. It was a lot bigger crowd than I'd expected. Usually shows after, like right after finals, it's just kind of slow, and that's kind of just the nature of it. Everyone's did their long trip to finals, and they went to finals, and all they want to do is just kind of hibernate until the spring when the shows kick off. But no, we had a bunch of cars out this time around, and a lot of fun time. So
what was your big participation this weekend? Base race, top dog?
Top dog got up there. I think we just actually had four. It was just four competitors, but these guys, I can tell right now, they're going to go at it for the whole season, because they were kind of, dabbling in it last season. Some of the base race guys, are just kind of trying out top dog, last season. So now they're just kind of like fully committed. So hopefully we'll get to see a lot more competitors, but it's heating up. That's for sure.
That's good to hear. Let's see here. I'm trying to pull up here. Hey, did you happen to see the post about Moses Martinez?
Yeah.
Oh,
you got
competitor of the year.
Yeah, I got some acknowledgement from DB Drag Racing. That's cool.
Yeah, very cool.
Them leather jackets were awesome.
Yeah,
leather jackets were awesome. I loved them.
Oh yeah. Have you had a chance to earn one of those yet, David?
Yeah.
No, unfortunately not, man. I don't know when that'll work out for me, but I hope to eventually get one. That'd be kind of nice.
Okay. Let's see. So I think I got everything pulled up now, so I should be able to start seeing the comments on my side panel here.
Here we go.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, good.
Wow. There we go. So we're starting to pull up some comments now, and I can start seeing them again. If you guys wanted to hit something up in the comments, let's put that back on there now. Go if you want to repost. Also wanted to first off, let's introduce our guest again, David McKay. Team Directronics, David? Or
yes, sir. Team Directronics, David. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Wall Street, David. Team Sundown, David. However you want to call me.
He's been on a ton of teams.
But for the 2023 season, I will be running Wall Street, David.
Mm.
Wall Street. That's the Tennessee Base Racers, right?
Yes, sir. That is my local group of guys.
There we go. And we did have Wall Street on here the other day. Wall Street, which one was it? Chris, right?
Yeah,
Chris,
he was
Yep.
he was on the finals edition.
That's
the
right.
finals edition of the
Day
of
2.
This Week in
Yep.
Car Audio. Yeah.
Yep. So
Yep. Day 2.
Yep. So day 2. So day 1 was a little behind. Day 1 was a
that's
little
all right.
behind. That was my fault. Rosa says, "What's up, McKay?"
Hi, Rosa. I'm trying to get it pull it to where I can see the comments myself.
All right. Well, so I got it posted on Facebook everywhere, so you guys can see it there. Oh, Joel popping in. Joe Mullen. Chris Gregory
cool.
and them popping in.
Oh yeah, the Familia.
Yeah. So you said you had a lot of base racers or top dog. What did you have going on this weekend, Jeffrey? What was your big one? Did you think 29.9 or 39.9 or what?
I think probably, man, I want to say if I had to say a combination of base race and top dog, because I mean, I think at a couple of your shows, I heard you mention, you're doing base race and then say, for instance, you get knocked out.
Yep.
Well, you could do top dog and totally redeem yourself.
You can.
And that's what that's what ended up happening. So it was this final matchup between Eric Hansen and then Lewis T.W.I.C., both of which are DB Drag 2021 world finalists. So they went at it. And I think Lewis had the edge for base race, and Lewis ended up winning. But it wasn't until Top Dog where they went at it again, and it was total redemption for Eric, because he ended up winning that round with Lewis. But he didn't actually fare too well. But just that round, it was like, dude, you got knocked out by Lewis in base race. This is your time. You got to redeem yourself, and that he did. So that was kind of cool.
Well, speaking of base race and top dog, our guest today, David McKay, 2-time back-to-back 39.9 champion, and like he tries to do top dog, but he keeps getting his ass kicked in that one.
I mean, hey, I got my 2018 ring in top dog. I'll take that.
That's right. He is a 2018 top dog champion. Real quick, I see Gary's in the chat.
Just
Gary Killian,
Colby Cromer.
Yep.
That's one of Jeremy Creamer's guys.
Pipo Sanchez poking in, saying what's up.
Yeah, what's up?
But I do want to mention Gary. We talked about it last week on here. He had a financial hardship along with Chris Gregory says hard to beat Jimbo. Ain't that the truth?
You ain't kidding. Man, you ain't kidding.
Yeah, so Gary had a hardship. His house burnt down, loss of a lot of stuff. Not just physical things like couches and the house and that stuff, but they also lost some of their fur babies in the accident.
Yeah.
The car audio community really stepped up, and he made a big post about it. If you guys haven't seen that yet, go check out his post. Him thanking everybody, and he is a big baby. He'll tell you right out the box. He's just a big teddy bear, kind of like Dave right here.
Oh yeah.
He's just a big teddy bear, and the support and the apparently he lost all his rings too.
No.
He says I'm gonna miss all my rings.
Well, he's gonna have to get back in the game and get some new ones.
Yeah.
Oh, do I see a come out coming? What? Come back 2023.
Wow, that's really unfortunate though.
It is. My truck, I will donate it. He can use it.
Oh, there we go.
So, with that being said,
it's good in base race.
So he just says, I appreciate y'all so much. Our car audio family is the best. And I think we really, really promote that on here. I do think our show, This Week in Car Audio, I think we do a good job of promoting and showing the family aspect of this. Not only your own personal family, but also the family of the. I mean, they become family, which is the Tennessee Base Racers. I mean, David, you want to talk to that a little bit?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, man. Well, Tennessee Base Racers, man, we're very intertwined. I mean, me and Chris have been doing the Tennessee Base Racer thing for, well, 2023 will be the third or fourth official season of us being the actual Tennessee Base Racers. I mean, last year we had quite a few going to finals. I can't remember the exact number. It's been over a year now. But I mean, this year we had 13 people, and
how many went to finals?
13. We had 13 this year in 29, 39, and 49.
So you had 13 on your team, and all 13 attended finals.
Yes, 14. We like to include Jimbo.
Well,
he's
Gracie,
our brother from up north.
Well, Gracie didn't attend. She attended, but what did Jeremy keep saying? Where's fist bait?
Fish bait. Fish
No,
bait.
fist bait.
Yeah, that's Gracie's. Yeah, fist bait. Oh, okay.
That's right, because
I
he's
thought it
gonna
was
punch
fish
him
bait.
in the mouth if he screwed up.
Oh.
Yeah. So the funny thing is, that's actually my brother-in-law.
Oh,
That
is it?
That's actually, they met through us. My newlywed wife, which we just got married in July.
Congratulations.
That is actually her little brother.
Okay. And what the hell did she see in you? Hadn't she ever been to one of your shows and seen you
Man,
rubbing
I
your
don't
belly
know.
on the cars and stuff?
I mean, she's seen it. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess I slipped a little too much Tito's in her drink, and she just went for it.
That's awesome. But
I mean, literally, that's the same. That's the same question everybody asks her at every event, every gathering. Like what the heck, like you got with this guy, but
yeah, she's out of your league, right?
But
man, way above it.
You're fighting above your weight, as they say.
he must have a good personality.
Definitely.
That's right. You got an awesome
Well, I'm
personality.
pretty good
Yeah, there you go.
grill.
You're pretty good on the
I'm pretty
grill.
I'm pretty good on the grill, yeah. And I'm pretty good at mixed drinks. Most people like the mixed drinks.
All right. So speaking of the grill, so have you tried Gary's seasonings and stuff like that?
Not yet. I am definitely going to get on that train here
Okay.
shortly.
Did you
For
have
sure,
a chance
'cause,
to try his moonshine there at World Finals?
Oh, of course, yeah. I had a quart brought for me. Shoot, yeah.
Which one? Let me guess. Apple pie.
No, lemonade.
Oh, you went lemonade.
No. What? I can't remember which one it was. There was a lot of drinks passed around to me at finals this year.
Looks like on the
I'm
chat
not
here,
very
Fred
much into apple
Montana says, I'm still feeling the moonshine. So I think Fred had some of that moonshine
Yeah,
too.
It
The voodoo
definitely
guys.
last a little while, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
So no, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
it'll throw a voodoo till you don't watch it. Yeah, that moonshine, it'll throw some voodoo on you.
Yep. So I'm just throwing this out there right now.
Mhm.
First Friday of the month. Second Saturday, third Saturday of the month. We have shows May, June, July, August. So that is 12 opportunities for Tennessee Base Racers to do a combined show of head to head versus California Base Race top dog guys.
Definitely, which I know Chris Gregory's watching, so we'll definitely we'll keep in contact with that, and we definitely, without a doubt, we want to make that happen. If it's possible, we want to do it.
Okay, it's
Just for the
definitely
fun of it.
possible.
That would be great.
It's definitely possible. Like I said, we just need to work with you guys on the date, and I'm giving you all my dates right now.
Right. Which we'll go back and forth in some messages in the future.
Yep. Jeremy Scoggin says, "Let's do this."
Oh yeah, man. Look, I've been hyping up all my guys since last year, so we're ready. You say the word burst race, we jump up, we're out of our seats, we're ready to do it.
Chris Gregory, he says, "Cash days, baby. California money is so sweet."
Yes, sir.
And Rose's, "Let's go."
Yeah, let's do it. I'm telling you, man.
So I think it will happen. We're gonna run something like that last year, but Wayne asked me to hold off, just because he wanted to work on some software stuff. So I do know it's functioning, but we'll have to talk with Wayne Harris and see when he wants us to run the event. I know he's okay with 2 events, but it'd be nice to throw in some Texas guys on that. I mean, Texas money.
Let's do it.
Texas money spends really well.
Chris, we're talking about this. We have already talked about this with me and Chris. So that's funny you say that, because we've literally talked about, because we've seen Lewis. Lewis is a Texas guy, I believe.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
He held his own pretty decently at finals.
Yeah.
In 29.9.
Yeah.
So yeah, we definitely, hey, the bigger the pot, we're down with it.
Okay. Hey, Moses stepped up at World Finals too. Got second in top dog.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
I mean,
he had a nice little comeback there at the end. He started kicking butt. I was behind Moses watching him, and every time the round went over and he win, you'd see his whole little cruiser just sitting there bouncing around. Yeah. From the back, so I didn't see the wall. All I seen was the back part. You'd see that whole thing just sitting there rocking, because I know he was going a mile a minute in that thing.
Oh yeah. No, he's a great guy. He loves it. Got the enthusiasm.
Even though we had our little spiel, it was okay.
Have you ever done like a satellite? I know, like at finals, when we used to do satellites. Have you ever done like a satellite base race round with like someone else from another state?
Just through the satellites at finals is the only time we've ever tried that.
So,
okay.
Okay, so Jeffrey and I have only been on the West Coast during one of those finals things, right? So what we do is we actually set up a second TV so that you can see their live feed on Facebook.
Oh, okay, cool.
So is that the way you guys were set up in the other locations?
I think because we were set up, under Wayne, because Wayne was there at our location, under Creamer. I think how it was just set up was literally just the same screen that we seen at finals. We could just see our score and their score. We couldn't see the competitor.
Oh, okay.
Nothing like that. I don't think.
Okay, so we set it up so that lane 2 or lane 1, whatever it was, it had a video screen of their car with the scoreboard next to it.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So you could actually see the competitor. So you could see if they won, whatever reaction they had if they won or if they lost. It gave it a little extra something.
Rosa said the spiel of the season.
Yes. Uh-oh.
Look, it was a little spill, okay? Maybe a medium-sized spill.
So I wonder then, does your strategy change then if you're doing a satellite as opposed to a competitor being, right there?
For me personally, no.
Okay.
I get tunnel vision. The only thing I worry about is the clock and what's on my screen. And that's just kind of that's just how I lock in. I look at my screen. When I get to 10 seconds left on the clock, I start a countdown in my head, and that's when I get to 0, I want to see a 9-9.
Yep.
But that won't affect me at all. But given I've put in plenty of hours and training, and I've had a lot of the old heads picking on me when I first started base racing, so I had to learn. I had y'all might not know him, but I had a gentleman named Will Manilow. He's a IA guy, but he was one of our local guys in Tennessee. So he was the best about it back in the day. And Joe Mullen's coming up on it too, about talking crap in the lanes. I tell everybody this in the book: base race is at least 80% mental.
Oh yeah.
If you can get inside someone's head, you can intimidate them. You're sitting there side by side in the lane, and they get nervous, and then that's the best time for them to get nervous, because that can throw them off.
So that's the advantage of when I do beat the boss, right? So for me, it makes no difference to me if I win or lose. But the person I'm going against, it's a big deal to beat the boss.
Oh, it does. Yeah.
So, so I'm already in their head, and they have no way to get into my head. So I'm just there to watch the thing. Yeah, exactly. One thing I will mention though, when we are doing satellite locations, you have to ignore the other score, because
there's going to be a delay.
Yes.
It's got to go to the server and then back.
That's right. So with that being said, You don't worry about the other score. You keep going until you know you won.
Yep. Unless you see a red light, then you know it's kind of a done deal at that point.
Yes. Gary Killian says that Ray Maestas is good at bringing him beers.
Oh, shoot, I can do that. I'll bring you some Tito's and lemonade, man. Ask Jeremy Creamer. He loves the lemonade. He don't take the Tito's, but he does take the lemonade.
Oh, wait. So it's Tito's and lemonade now? I thought it was Tito's and Monsters.
Oh, that Tito's and Monster's still around. But
Still around?
For the hot months, I have a sugar-free mix, which is Tito's and lemonade, so you don't crash from sugar because it's sugar-free.
Yeah. I got you.
Yeah. Get a little older, I got to watch the sugar intake and something like that.
Yeah. Well, now you got a wife. She wants you around in a little while.
That too. Yeah, she would like to keep me a little around for at least until the life insurance kicks in.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
So Jeffrey, what's your drink of choice? I've seen you throw back a few.
Like I guess say for instance when I'm on the craps table in Vegas or something, or at some casino, I like to have the whiskey, the Jack Daniel, Coke and Jack, basically. Jack and Coke. Yeah, and sometimes they put a little bit too much Jack, which is pretty obvious sometimes.
Yes.
At the craps table, because they want you to just lose all inhibition and just start betting like crazy. But I'll go with Jack and Coke.
Not on accident.
Yeah, but Jerry Scott just said anything with Tito's, and that's about right.
Okay. Anything with Tito's.
So Jeffrey, did you? I didn't see you overly loopy at World Finals, Jeffrey. Did you consume?
He didn't come by my truck. That's what it was.
Wait, what are you talking about? The competitor party?
Yeah.
You know what?
Okay,
it's weird. I get this and I tell people I get in this CES mode, right? Because I've been doing CES for years and years.
Right.
And I'd go there, stay the whole week in Vegas. I do the after parties, stay out till the early morning, and then I would get up in a few hours and then do the show. And then I would have that down. So that's kind of how I felt this time around at finals, where I was like, dude, I'm in CES mode. We got home we got to the hotel. I forgot what it was, maybe 3 a.m, and then bam, got right back up at 6 a.m. I was down there doing the show with you. So,
he was wearing sunglasses that day.
I had some shade. They were prescription, and I'm sure some of you guys saw they were prescription sunglasses.
Yeah, it's a good cover up.
It was a good cover up. Yeah, it was. But where were you at, Doug? I think I saw you in some of the pictures, but I don't recall.
For what? At the competitor party?
At the competitor party.
So I do business. That's why I'm the most. I am. I own 3 businesses, run a 4th, right? And then we do this podcast on top. Obviously, my motivations are driven to continually do business. I'm a workaholic. So with that being said, I was at the competitor party talking with people, trying to set up future interviews for the podcast.
Oh, nice.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
that's the place to do it.
Yeah.
Got all the old heads there. Yeah.
Yeah. So we got the guy from who was one of the sponsors there? B2? No, Alphard. Yes. So I talked to the guy from Alphard. We'll get him on the show. He agreed to be on the show. I talked to the Riley some more. We did a lot of stuff. There you go. Here's thanks for taking the time to talk to my son about bowling. So I talked to Chris's son. What's his name? Starts with a C. Caleb. There you go. Yeah. Talk to Caleb. Yep. He's going to college for bowling. That's something
he was competing too, right?
He was
top qualifier.
He was top qualifier.
Top qualifier, and I'll tell you right now, as we talked with Chris about in the post show, I guarantee Chris would have given up everything to watch his son win in that base race run for finals.
Oh, that's easily not even an option.
Yeah, he would have given up everything for his son to win that. He would have been more proud of that than if he won base race and top dog himself. So,
100%. 100%.
So his son and I, Caleb and I, were talking. I tried introducing him to to Alan Riley.
Alan?
Yep. So
Oh,
which I'm
wow.
gonna be seeing. Here's Justin saying he's gonna debut his car pretty soon. Um, uh, I tried introducing him to Alan. It took me a while. By the time I find Alan, they were walking out, so I didn't get a chance. Alan's somebody he's gonna want to know. Alan deals with a lot of the professional bowlers on tour.
Oh,
And he
really?
bowls with them, yeah. So
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Caleb
so
probably is all like schoolgirlish on that one.
I was trying to hook a brother up, but he got pulled out of there pretty quick. So, I love to bowl. Obviously, I bowled this weekend, tripled my money. It's like Jeffrey in Vegas. Go there, just do a little triple into the money. So yeah. There's Chris going, yes sir.
Oh yeah.
Yep. And as Joe Mullen, only thing better than winning is watching your kid kill it in the lanes. He would know too, right? And I'm sure, like we said, for the Tennessee base racers, dude, it doesn't matter which one of you guys win. You guys are so happy for each other because
God, yes,
it's the family aspect, right?
Oh
But
yeah.
was Chris and Caleb in the same class? Were they both doing 20s? Okay,
no, Chris
that's right.
was in 39.9 with me.
Oh,
yeah. So he had no chance
Caleb
in
was
hell.
29.9.
Right, David?
Yeah. Caleb just ran Chris straight out the lanes, ran him into my lane. I mean,
But that would be cool, right? Just father and son in the final round at finals.
Oh man, could you imagine the tension in that lane?
Oh, jeez.
So
I still pull for Caleb. Sorry, Chris.
Chris will be like, I brought you in this world.
That's right.
Take you out.
I'll
take you out.
And then Caleb will come right back and be like, come on, then, old man, bring it.
No, like I said, so the competitor party for me, I don't drink at all. So I was doing side stuff. You didn't know that?
No. I just seen where Chris posted. He said, I'll see you at Cash Days.
Oh, did he? I haven't seen that one yet. It popped up on mine.
that one just
Cash
popped up.
Days.
Yeah.
David.
Oh.
Yeah, we got our Cash Day finale coming up soon.
Okay. I haven't seen that one pop up on my end yet. There he goes. It just now popped up. So there you go. See you at Cash Days, David.
Yeah.
Well, can you explain to us and the viewers and listeners what Cash Days are?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's the base race format.
Okay.
Usually we choose to do the 29.9 class, and that's so that way everybody can join who wants to.
Okay.
And pretty much $20 entry fee, winner takes the pot. Usually we get one of our sponsors. I mean, we've got quite a few sponsors that are able to help us out with covering the sanctioning fee. I mean, we've got.
So is it just base race? Are any of the other formats?
No, just the base race format most of the time.
Wow. Okay.
Yep.
That's why you guys are so good. You guys just doing straight base race.
Yeah. I mean, we used to do a thing. We base race for shots at our events. Well, not events, but we'd have because when I say we're family. We do all holidays together, everything. So what's a better time than to do base race for shots at Christmas or Thanksgiving or Halloween or we literally, if you lose by a tenth, you take a shot. You lose by 2/10, two shots. You break that 3 shots.
Yeah.
So but
I think we need to get Wayne to write that into the software, right?
Oh yeah, that needs to be a finals qualification.
Yeah, it needs to be
definitely. But yeah, man. I mean, all of our sponsors. I mean, we have Excess Power that we can get sponsored from. Pop Tart, his Aeroports.
Okay.
He's a sponsor for us. K&R Customs. DB Revolution. They help out. One of our new sponsors that we got is the Dark Side Motorcycle Club out of Nashville, Tennessee. But you've seen one of them there, Queen, the Lexus car.
Yeah.
Queen and Mike, they're part of the Dark Side Motorcycle Club. They've joined us for the Tennessee Base Racers. They are really, she's new, but she's got fire. She's ready to kick butt if she needs to be. And I mean, she qualified
Queen?
with a perfect score. Yeah, Queen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. She qualified with a perfect score as well.
Oh yeah.
And 5 minutes before then, she was like, "Oh, I don't even think I'm going to qualify." and I laughed at her. I was like, "Do you still think you won't qualify? Now you're top of the list."
Oh yeah, she came right up to the judging towers and goes, dude, am I even gonna make it in? I go, hold on, wait, what was your score? And she goes 9.99. I go,
Yeah.
yes, you made it
I
in.
believe so. Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
I go, there's 8 people in your class, and there's 7 people below you, and there's only one more person to run. So
Yeah,
yes,
you're okay.
I'm sure you ran. I'm sure you're good.
Yeah.
I think the bubble was 129.95,
Which
right?
has been the lowest.
No, 9.3.
9.3.
9.3 was the bubble.
9.3.
Which is the lowest it's ever been at World Finals.
Yeah.
That is the lowest number it's ever been at World Finals. Prior to that, it was 9.96.
Yep, that was 2019.
So,
And that's kind of a I guess a little known story. That's why Wayne had took it all the way to the hundredths place.
That's
right,
correct.
because there were so many people that did 9.9s at finals, so he had to stretch it out to hundreds to kind of break it down even more.
Yeah.
So
oh yeah, because any of my guys, they can do a 9.9 any day of the week. I have no concern with that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, any of them can do a 9.9 in their sleep.
So a little on the background side of this. So Wayne, so nobody does as much base race as I do. Okay. So
I don't know, man.
I'm talking about events.
Are you talking about practicing?
No, I'm talking about events. I don't practice at all.
Okay.
So
I thought I remember you saying that you didn't practice. Yeah.
No, I don't practice at all. So Chris says the new tracks make it more of a struggle, which I don't get because those tracks are super easy.
For newcomers, they've got to figure out how to operate their car when it comes with a second frequency hit.
That's so easy.
That'll be over. Well, I mean, it is. You're right. It is. But to somebody coming brand new into the organization that knows zero about base race, that'll probably be the biggest struggle that they have.
I got tips
it's not
for
a
that.
big struggle. Oh, I mean, we do too. We've got it figured out.
Yeah.
But when somebody's new coming to base race, that's usually their number one issue. Is like, oh, okay, how do I get that to where I don't break out? Because they'll try to get up to that 9.9. It'll hit that high note, and if that high note's anywhere closer to peak frequency, it'll bump them into that 40.
Yep.
Like, okay, well then close your mouth, listen to your ears. When you hear the high note, drop it a click.
Yeah. Or you just go up one frequency.
Play off peak. Yep.
That's another
play
off peak, and then because your peaks are usually what they call peaks for a reason. Your curve looks like this, but it looks like this at the peak, and then kind of levels out and drops down. So if you're at one of the areas where it's almost level, it doesn't matter if the
it's only a few tenths different, not a dB difference.
Exactly.
Funny thing, I actually compete on my peak frequency.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
my truck's it plays so stupid flat anyways, it don't matter. You can play any track in that truck and it wouldn't make a difference.
Yeah. I tell people all the time, if you just had a 10-inch box sealed in your trunk with like 500 watts to it, you're going to be so smooth. If you were just building a base race only vehicle, I would absolutely take a pair of 10s, a single 10 in a sealed box, put it in the trunk or the back seat, and just go with that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because the frequency response on a sealed box there's no peaks.
It's all solid.
Yeah, it's just a sealed looks like this and then drops off. It has a slight hump right before it drops off, but the hump is like tenths of a dB.
Hertz frequency.
Yeah, and it's tenths of a dB.
So high that, yeah, and even then that's perfect.
Yeah.
You want to have your top note to bottom note. If you can get it within 3/10 of each other, then you're golden.
Yeah. Then I've been sat in a bunch of cars, doing the beat the boss, where I'm like, I sit in that car and I'm playing with it, I'm going, how the hell did they not win this? Because I'm going, dude, this is I literally
the car's so jumpy.
No, like the car's like not jumpy at all. I'm sitting there going, dude, I've just held 9.9. Yeah, how they lost, and I'm using their car. I'm going, dude, I've held 9.9 for the last 10 seconds straight without even an issue.
And see,
know?
I've got an answer for that. People will beat themselves up.
Oh, absolutely. That's the mental part
yes.
that we talked about.
People,
The
yeah, exactly.
nerves.
People will
The
beat
nerves.
themselves up.
Yep.
I'll be the first to say it. Some of my guys, they got in there, they beat themselves up. Everybody. I mean, I don't care if you're a veteran. I don't care if you're a newbie. When you get in that lane and you got eyes on you, and until you learn to get over that hump, and that was one of my biggest humps, even to this day, even at finals. I told my wife, go outside. She went outside during my whole base race run. I swear to God. I swear to God. You can ask Chris, anybody. If she was watching the live right now, she could comment and say, look, it's true. I said, babe, I love you. She watched me during my top dog run.
But you go away.
I said, babe, I love you, but for the love of God, go outside during my base race runs. She went outside, and that was it. That was it. But see, I use it as a good excuse. Is she's the only distraction that I can't get rid of.
Ah. Oh, yeah. Well, you're a newlywed, so you have to say stuff like that.
Yeah.
Jeremy's, I shake like crazy when I run. That is a very common thing.
Mm-hmm. Tito's, that solves that problem.
That's the secret. The secret sauce.
Brian Nyman uses something different than Tito's. Just saying.
It all works.
It
So
all
we
works.
got what we call the Tennessee swing as well. It's something that me and Chris do. When we're competing, we'll literally sit there and we'll just shift our weight from leg to leg. Looks like we're swinging just a little bit. Go watch the videos. That's our deal. We'll just shift ever so slightly from left to right to beat that, and that it just works.
And then you have Jimbo, right? He's got his thing.
This woosah moment. Yep.
Woosah. That's what it is.
Woosah. Yep.
Okay.
See, that's what I was wondering too. So, and during a satellite, you're not going to be able to see that, so it's not going to mess with your head. You're just looking at your screen, and then it's ready, set, go. But if you got like Jimbo on the other lane, we're having to wait for him to finish his woosah. Then that can get in. That can get in your head, definitely.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think that's his intention.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Well, he's young, so he I call Jimbo my little spoon. Yeah, he's my little spoon.
I did remember hearing you calling him that.
Yep, sure do. Yep, he'll tell you just like I will. Yep, he's a little spoon.
So I was going to tell you guys. So, background on base race, tiebreakers, and whatnot. So when Wayne decided to add the 100th place, he's all, should we have the 100th place in the finals, in the brackets?
Ooh.
And I told Wayne no, because having that 100th place, somebody that's good and knows what they're doing, they're fine-tuning their system in the 100th place.
That's exactly what I'd be doing.
9.9 doesn't mean anything. They're looking at that hundreds. 9.95, 96. That's the number they're looking at. They ignore that 9. So you're going to have everybody with a 9.9, no matter, almost every time when you get to that level. So I said, make it harder and remove the hundreds place so they don't know if they're just about to bust over or just about to go lower.
Exactly.
And so that's the reason we only do the 10th place and not the 100th place in World Finals.
During
the bracketing. Yes, during the bracket runs.
Yeah, during the eliminations.
Yep. Yeah. So that's the reason we went to that.
And then the tiebreakers, tiebreakers is where it gets interesting.
So I don't know how much you know about it. Like I said, so before base race was its thing, I was testing it out. I was doing it out here in California. And so so what we came up with for the tiebreaker, this is before the system had it in it, I would give each of the competitors a 10-sided dice. One red, one black. I'd stick my hand. They pick whichever one they wanted. Boom. Whoever had the black one, that was the point, whatever it was. So it could have been 0.0. It could have been 120.0 120, right? 120, and then the other guy would roll. So it could actually have been a 120.0. Could have been your lowest score. And we would roll it on the hood. So we would stop the base race run. They would come out. They would sit in front of everybody, shake the dice, roll them on the hoods, and we would announce the number.
There's your number.
Right? And that was part of the show, part of it.
I dig that. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It is really cool, but the problem with that was is how does the meter know what the number is?
What the goal score is,
Yeah.
and go ahead and put it into modulation
Yeah.
for the next run. Yeah. To debate
So
a clear winner.
Wayne wrote it in the program. Is that right? Or?
That's correct.
Yeah.
So he
Well,
made that the
similar.
tiebreaker. Yeah.
Because I think it lowest, from what I understand with it, is
It's
it's going to be a
5.0.
125 or
0.0.
higher.
Yes.
But it can be a 29.9
It can.
for a random. Yeah.
Yep.
But it will not be below a 125 flat.
That's correct.
Yeah.
So Mel Valdez says California may have tested it, but Tennessee has perfected it.
Yeah. We tried, man. We tried.
Yeah. So anyway, that's what we did. That's way back in the day, testing it, trying to figure this thing out, and having fun with it. So how many rings do you have now, David?
4.
Okay. You got 4 rings?
Yes, sir.
All right.
So 39.9 this year and last year.
Uh-huh.
Cyclone Demo No Wall last year.
Mm-hmm.
And Top Dog from 2018.
Yeah, but you didn't get the cool trophy this year.
Well, I got a first place world champion trophy.
You
so
did.
I am okay with settling for that. I can settle for that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, not only that, but have you guys seen the rings? I mean, I've seen pictures of the rings. They're way bigger than previous years, and I can't wait till the first person gets theirs in the mail and puts posts pictures.
Yeah, so
they're so jealous.
What police told me is the company Belfort is doing the rings this year.
That's correct.
And they do the rings for the college championships as well.
That's
these are going to be legit rings.
Yeah, no, I mean not saying
other ones ain't.
No,
but these are going to be just that next step up above and beyond, being the 25th anniversary.
They went so above and beyond this year, being the 25th
I love every
anniversary.
single thing they did. I loved it. I love the location, the river on the back. It was just a beautiful location. Hotels were close by.
Yeah,
made it even better. I mean, there's nothing that I would change about how finals went this year. I mean, it was without a hitch. Didn't have to worry about everything else. It was beautiful.
So I do have a question for you.
Okay.
Tennessee base racers. If World Finals was in Vegas next year, not saying it is, not saying we even discussed it. Okay, so don't anybody take it like this is what's happening.
Oh, I do an official call on call.
Right.
Yeah, not one of those things.
Yes. So if World Finals were to be in Las Vegas, what do you think the chances of all the Tennessee base racers going to Las Vegas for that event?
Well, I'll go to the extent that if that's the case, I can't speak for everybody because I don't know everybody's personal finance situation. But if I got a dog pile in a hotel room to come and kick some butt in Vegas, I'll do it.
Okay. I'm just curious because one thing
if
Wayne
I
did
mention. My truck, I'm cool with it. But I'd opposed to it. But Chris is right there with me. We're going on a road trip. That's it.
Road trip.
Yeah, if we got a dog pile up in a vehicle, we're down.
Okay.
We'll make it work if we can.
No, I just the amount of competitors we have on the West Coast is almost identical to what we had on the East Coast. If we would have World Finals on the West Coast, it would have we would have had the same amount of actual competitors there.
Okay.
It wouldn't have been as loud because, well, I mean, you know what? I think the dedicated loud guys. I think guys like
Gorman and
Gorman, they would have made it happen, right?
Oh, yes.
All the T.W.I.C.A guys, all the guys from.
Well, we know Patel would have been there.
Yes,
RP,
the whole sound check guys, they would have made it there. So,
all of those DTX guys.
Yep, all the DTX guys.
I would say if not 100%, at least 90%.
Yeah. What do you say here? The caravan is always ready to be in a caravan.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Joe Mullen and his Project Free Candy. Yeah. Yeah, we'll pile up if we got to.
So no, I just like I said, I'm trying to, and it's not. I don't know how to say this without being kind of rude about it, but the DB drag guys on the West Coast, they have daily drivers, and chances of them driving across country more than a handful of guys is very slim.
Right. Now we're the same way. All of our cars, for the Tennessee base
for
racers,
Tennessee base
can't
racers,
speak for all of East Coast.
right?
All the Tennessee base racers, they're all our David drivers as well.
Yep.
But if we can make it happen,
Yep.
I mean, I'm sure they're probably in the same boat. If they could have made it happen, they would have.
Right.
And we would, and then putting all stipulation aside, if we can make it happen, we will.
That's
I can't
cool.
promise you that every single one of us will be there.
Yep.
But if we can make it happen,
oh, like Julio absolutely loved World Finals, and he flew in, borrowed Pop Tire's truck, got knocked out first round. It did not go well for him, but he will tell you, dude, he came home. He's putting a freaking in a couple of weeks. He's putting a DB drag tattoo on his head.
Oh goodness! Shoot, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
But anyway, yeah. So I mean, it had a pristine impact on him. The other thing too is when you have everybody together and like the competitor party, it's different, right? It's just different than just the West Coast guys or just the East Coast guys.
Yeah.
The competitor
it's just the
party,
car audio people.
Yeah.
Yep.
The competitor party was way different this year than what it's been with the separated finals, right?
Yeah.
So.
Oh, what's up, Moses?
Yeah, he popped in.
What's up, Pumpkin?
He already missed us talking about him. We ain't gonna talk about him no more. That's already over
okay.
with.
I'll talk to him later.
So, but no, like I said, I would love to see. So back in the days, back in the early 2000s, is that my pumpkin, David Dave?
Yeah, it is.
Anyway, back in the day, DB Drag, everybody on the East Coast swore, hey, if you guys ever had a World Finals in Vegas, we're coming there. So we did. Remember that, Jeffrey? 2008.
Was it Vegas or was it?
Well, it was Laughlin.
Laughlin.
That's an hour, 45 minutes south of Vegas. But we were literally in a casino, right?
What? Oh, wow. That's cool.
Mel says the Cali guys really know how to treat people well. West Coast time is the only time that counts, says Moses.
Well, I don't know why he's saying that because I didn't look at West Coast time when I got on this channel. I looked at Central Standard Time.
Time zones.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tyler says, I wish more Canadian base racers would make the trip. I know a few of them would do great. And that's the thing, is in base race and Top Dog, at any given day. Now, David or,
Chris,
Jimbo or Chris, they have an advantage. Not denying that at all. But their advantage is practice and understanding of their systems. Mm-hmm. Their advantage is not overcomable. You could put in the same practice and the same.
Our advantages can be learned.
That's right.
Mm. Yeah.
And you can come to World Finals and have a real shot with, say, a $1,200 system at winning a championship ring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, this is kind of an off-subject kind of deal. But literally, we had a police officer that came to Slimology, and he was using my truck. And within 3 rounds of ever doing anything like this, he literally got called because the pilots next door. I mean, there's videos on Facebook somewhere, but literally, I got the police officer to do perfect runs in 29.9 within 3 runs. Literally, I'm talking back-to-back perfect runs.
Wow.
I mean, anybody can do it. All they need is just the right guide and the right. You got to figure out the person you're training. That's the biggest thing. You figure out what their problem is. You figure out what they're facing, and you build up around that and you build that up too. That's why it works out so well with us Tennessee base racers because that's the only way I can say it. We're family. We know pretty much everything. Everything besides the dirty laundry and some dirty laundry we know. But and that's but us being that close, we can pick off each other and feed off each other. I mean, every single time when any of us were in the lanes, everybody else was right there watching.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Chris says, "What is this practice you speak of?"
Yeah, Chris always jerks on me for practice, but practice makes champions is what I always tell. Even
I feel like you could like do seminars like around the world, teaching people how to base race.
Hey, I would dig it. I would dig it. As long as it can pay my bills, I'm good with it.
Exactly. I mean, who wouldn't want to learn from a two-time world champion? And geez, I mean, if you could show a cop just off the street how to do perfect scores within a matter of hours, oh my goodness.
Oh, dude, 15 minutes. Not even 15 minutes.
Yep.
Like literally Gracie Mullen, for instance. I literally spent, I don't know, not even 5-10 minutes, and she won her first car show ever. Well, DB drag show. She was doing Mecca, and we was hosting a DB drag event there at the Fat Farm. And literally, Joe came up to Chris and was like, "Hey, I want to know more about this." And Chris called me over and said, "Hey, go show them what to do."
Yep.
Went over there. We spent 10 minutes, put her in the lanes. Bam, she won her first show. And then look where she went from that. I mean, she made it even to all y'all guys over the West Coast. And with the vehicle she never touched, she still got third place.
Right. Rosa says she took a brief crash course with you and different.
Oh, yep, she sure did.
Yeah. So, like I said, to me, it's very simple. But I'm a math-minded type person, right? Physics-driven kind of guy. So I'm looking at it at the number standpoint, and like we were discussing, I'm looking at the graphs, and that's how I approach it. So for me,
me too. I look at it from every angle that's even possible to look at.
Yeah. So I try to teach people, but I'm sure Jeffrey does the same thing as me. So say Rosa shows up to a show, first time ever. What the hell is this base race? How do I do it? This and that. I say, you know what? Right over there is a 2-time world champion. Go talk to him. He will help you out. There's last year's world champion for 29.9. Go talk to that guy. He'll tell you, right?
Sorry, Moses' comment just got me.
Oh, what was it?
We had a different cash course.
Oh.
Yeah, we did. We did indeed.
Sounds like an inside joke there.
You see it happen when we fell down and busted our butts at finals.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You guys went for a hug, and then
So last year
his normal bear hug he does.
Yeah.
So he picked me up again this year, and it didn't work out as good as it did last.
Yeah. So Moses is picking everybody up and hugging him. I'm gonna go. I didn't see you pick up Dave. And he goes, "What? Where was Dave?" And he went over. I said, "He goes, I got it. Bam! I don't got it."
That was the spill you're talking about, right?
Yeah,
okay,
that's right.
Yeah, that was the spill. But I didn't spill a drop on my Tito's because I had a locking lid, so we were good.
There you go.
No alcohol use. We don't do that.
No. Hey guys.
And Tyler Archer was saying the same thing.
Yep.
Putting down his deck and doing perfect scores. Yeah, I used before. The season before the modulation came in about 2 years ago, my truck was literally just as flat. I could press play, lay it down, perfect 29s, perfect 39s. My truck don't do 49 because it can't do a 51 sealed because extended cab trucks. But if it could do it, it would definitely be doing 49 if it could be.
Yeah. So anyway, we're running up on our hour. Obviously I got.
Oh wow! Already?
Yeah.
Wow.
It is.
Man,
you know what?
Quick.
I gotta check out. Wait. Rose's comment here is David wanted to pull off the Dirty Dancing Andy.
We tried to.
Wait, who would have been lifting who over their head though?
We probably would have tried both if possible.
So, but anyway, with that being said, there's an open invite to Tennessee Base Racers. I gave you all my dates, so you can't ever say you don't have my dates.
Oh no,
I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna go over them one more time, nice and slow for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
The first Friday, the second Saturday, and the third Saturday of every month: May, June, July, and August.
Okay.
I have a show. If we have to, if nobody puts David in a corner, that's what Chris said.
Yeah. Only I put myself in the corner. Yeah.
That's a quote from the movie, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So those are my dates, and
Okay.
we'll get with Wayne and see how robust the system is, because Jeffrey can become part of this too, just to add more money to the pot. Jeffrey and I have
I'm
done
good with that.
how many? We've done probably 4 satellite just between us.
I think so.
Yeah, we've done 4 or 5 satellite between us. So Jeffrey and I are pretty knowledgeable in what we have to do.
Okay. Good. You're good.
And Chris says he's
this
down.
will be a new experience for us.
Yeah.
We're down to learn it, but we've never done satellite out of our own place.
Yeah.
And we've got good stable Wi-Fi at most of our places, so we definitely should be able to do that. No issue.
There's Julio. He finally got in. We already talked about your tattoo coming up, Julio.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no. With that being said, we would love to do something like this. That's actually what Wayne had envisioned with Top Dog when he started it, was that we would have 20 locations set up, and we paid out 1 in 8 or something like that, and just had a prize pool, right? But I'm not like that. If you ain't first, you're last. I'm a real little Ricky Bobby in that way. So
yeah, I'm the same way.
So hey, all the money goes to the one and only.
Oh yeah, I'm good with that.
So that's how we'll run our thing. If we can get this more multiple location thing, which would be awesome if we could.
Yes.
Then we can start looking at the 1 in 6 or 1 in 8 get paid, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Jeffrey, you're down with that, right, Jeffrey?
Yeah. Now, is this just I think this is the first I've heard you mention that Top Dog wasn't going to be included. Is it Top Dog and Base Race?
I would say Top Dog and Base Race. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, definitely. We're down with that.
I mean, you're looking at the same competitor, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you're doing a Top Dog, there's no reason you can't do Base Race. You're doing Base Race, there's no reason you can't do Top Dog.
I think
learn a different format.
The hard part, I guess, when we do satellites, is just basically getting him into the lanes, right?
Well,
right,
that's
I know.
But satellite, it shouldn't be, right? So, like on the West Coast, we never had that issue, right?
Well, no, I'm just saying it's like finding somebody. Hey, we need you in the lanes right now, and sometimes there'd be some lulls, where it's like, oh, hey, where is your guy in the lane yet? Oh no, he's just pulling up, or he's. I think that's the hard part. Once you get that down,
but especially with Top Dog, that should never be an issue, because we know the next every competitor. So they should already be staged.
Yeah,
yes.
Exactly.
They should be staged, ready to go, with the soundtrack ready to go in their vehicle.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one thing I really do press on the West Coast. You heard me doing it at World Finals, right? I'm telling, hey, get them the thumb drive, have the song ready to go when they pull in the lane.
Yep.
Right? I really press that at my events. And if we do
if
that,
not, it's just chaos.
Yep. Well, my last couple of events, my Top Dog is 2.5 minutes, or just under 3 minutes per competitor. So I have 10 competitors. Takes me less than 30 minutes to do it.
Oh, nice.
So, and that's 100% because the competitors are willing to assist me and be ready when it's their turn to be in the lane.
Right. Yeah, if you don't get help from the competitor, then that's going to be just fighting it the whole time.
Yep, but that also falls on the judge, because the judge needs to express
Everybody's got to be on their A game.
Everybody's got to be ready to go, and it's us against them, because ultimately that's what it's going to end up being. It's going to be Tennessee versus California, Tennessee versus Texas, Texas versus California and Tennessee.
Because that's going to be even more incentive for your competitors to be in the lanes and
Yep.
be on deck
Like, this
and
is
hey,
our
we got
time
to
to
beat
kick
these
y'all's
guys.
butts.
That's
Exactly.
right.
Be ready. You
Right.
know?
Exactly.
And then
We
at
gotta
the
be ready.
end, as Jeffrey knows, we do a little tally, how many wins we had in each location.
Oh, okay.
So you
I'm good with that.
you don't want, even if you guys ended up winning the money, you don't want to be well, you only won one guy. Even though he won the money, only one of your guys won.
Well,
And the rest of your guys were
it'd be like
10,
that
11,
sometime.
12.
Right. Hey, it'd be like that sometimes.
It'd be like that
So-
sometimes, yeah.
But anyway,
But look at the bracket for 29-9. I mean, we pretty much swept that whole class.
oh yeah, you did. Absolutely, 100%.
I think 5 or 6 of the 8 qualifiers was us, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I believe you are correct. Okay, so David, where are people gonna follow you, see your builds, see your runs?
They can follow me personally, David McKay, on Facebook. They can follow Chris Gregory on Facebook. I do have a personal page that I don't really keep up with. Team Directronics David. Picture of the same truck that you see here in the background. It's the same truck as the logo on it. But Tennessee Base Racers, I believe we have a Facebook page for that as well. That we kind of keep up with how points are doing. I think we might be able to make it to where it's a little more public to where people can find it a little bit easier. But yeah, I mean, find us on Facebook. Some of us got Instagram as well, but Facebook is the main to, catch up with us and find us on there.
Okay. Jeffrey, what you got going on?
Just over my right shoulder here. Got a show going this weekend. Yeah, is it? I'm looking at the weird screen. Okay, so I'm going back to Cali.
Yep.
Just like the song says, going back to Cali. So I'm gonna be in Chula Vista. That's just near the San Diego area. Beautiful part of SoCal. So we're gonna be there. Team Gorilla Hertz, Team 619 sponsoring a double point event. I believe it's gonna be at the Team 619 stronghold that they got down there in Chula Vista. They're gonna block off. It's a cul-de-sac. So they're gonna block off the whole street leading into the cul-de-sac for the competition. So you guys heard of block parties, they were telling me it's gonna be this one big block party. We're gonna have the DB drag racing at the end at the cul-de-sac. So if you guys are in the area, you guys are in California or anywhere near Chula Vista, I'd make my way down there. It's going to be Saturday, October 22nd, 10 a.m. start time. Check out dbdragracing.com calendar for full details.
Very cool. And I forgot to mention our sponsors earlier, but I'll mention them right now. We got Stolman Transportation LLC, Crossfire Car Audio. We got Pun Customs out of Michigan. Yes. Out of Michigan. Lots of Watts, Beating Up the Block, apparel. So those are the sponsors that sponsor us. I don't have anything going on. I have my daughter's wedding. So I'm going to be flying into Dallas as Jeffrey's flying out of Dallas to California.
Oh, maybe I can high five through the airport.
Yeah.
So my daughter's wedding is this Saturday. So I will be in Dallas, possibly doing some bowling myself. But
nice.
I'm going to go meet up with Alan Riley when I get to town and see what we can do. For you guys that didn't know, Alan Riley is a accomplished bowler himself, other than being a old school DB dragger. So, but anyway, so I'll be doing that all weekend, which brings me to the point of next week. We got to do it on Tuesday, Jeffrey, because I land in California at 5:00. So there's no way I can make it San Francisco home in time to do the podcast. So we're going to have to do it Tuesday.
Okay. The potential guest we have for next week, I'll have to talk to that person. We'll have to get our schedules squared away, but I think they were looking forward to that Monday.
Yes,
but I'm sure we can.
If not, just find out, and we'll move him to the following Monday, and we'll talk.
Wait. You know what? That's actually, and I want to talk to you about that too.
Okay.
It's Halloween. Halloween falls that Monday, so the 31st.
I don't have kids, so my kid's 22. So if you want to move it, we can move it. That's up to you. 100%. Just let me know. But anyway, we can move him, and then Pung Customs is ready to come on, so we can get him on.
Oh, good.
And if anybody can tag XO in this, I sent him a couple of messages. He hasn't got back to me. So if somebody can tag him, I'd love to get him on here again also. All right?
Yeah, he was. He did a little appearance on the post show, right, for finals. On yeah, cool.
Yeah.
You guys don't know who he is?
Well, I mean, one of my sponsors, Excess Power, so I could definitely reach out to him.
Oh, cool.
Or get some of my guys to reach out to him.
Oh, is he part of Excess Power?
I think there's some connection, but I'm not for sure.
Okay. Because we're supposed to have Scotty Johnson on here eventually. Yeah. But he keeps just saying, I'm so busy.
I know some of my guys know him personally. Yeah. I don't know if there's an official connection, but I know my guys know him.
Okay.
But, yeah, we could reach out to him. That's no
it looks like Mario tagged him on the comment. So
okay. That's not a bad thing. Anyway, I don't have anything going on this next week. Like I said, my daughter's going to get married. So I'll be in Dallas doing that. And I guess Sunday I got to go watch the Dallas and the Lions play. But like I told everybody before, I don't watch TV, let alone sports. So for all I know, these are the best two teams in football, or they're the worst two teams in football. I don't know. All I know is I'm going to go. My daughter and her soon-to-be husband are huge Dallas fans. So no matter what, I'm rooting for the Lions. Just so I can give them shit the whole time I'm there. But anyway.
You got to make it interesting.
I do. My daughter's already called me many times and said, Dad, you're not allowed to embarrass me. I said, come on, I gave birth to you. I am the reason you exist, for the sole reason for me to embarrass you. So I said, you're just going to have to deal with it. And my wife has already threatened me many a time. So, but anyway, that's all I got going on this week. Once again, we want to thank our sponsors, Pung Customs, Crossfire Car Audio, Stolman Transportation, LLC, and lots of Watts Clothing and Apparel. If you guys get an opportunity to support someone, support those who support the things you like to hear and see and be part of. Once again, thank you guys for tuning in. Check us next week on Tuesday, 5:30 California time, the only time that does matter, as I always say, whether they like it or not. And look forward to seeing something on the calendar coming up, hopefully before Christmas, of maybe Chris and I putting together a couple of shows and maybe some Jeffrey on there for some cash days across the country.
Let's do this.
Oh, yeah.
All right, guys. All right, guys.
Me and my guys are ready.
We hear that all the time.
Oh, we prove it. We're ready.
I believe that. I believe that to be true. All right, guys. We will see you guys next week. Thank you for tuning in to This Week in Car Audio. See ya.